It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing again. Perez. And Miller with it over the middle. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third down. It's Logan, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again. And instead, it works opposite.
On second down, Johnson. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Brissett now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Second and very short here, less than a yard. Brissett. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Brissett sets to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Brissett to throw on first. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
It's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him up.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Keenan Allen, 84 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down complete.
Ones run around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And now running right through it. David Johnson on his way. The 20, 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done.
And he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On 1st and 10, Brissett going deep here for and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Looking to throw. Perez. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They run with Logan. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. To throw is Perez. To throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Miller, the man in motion. He may try and run for this. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Brissett pushes him over. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. third down. Brissett. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets end to end. To stop it as a signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down carry here for Johnson. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punt.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Here's Brissett. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Perez now looking to throw on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. First chance for the backup here to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
To throw on 2nd down, Perez. And he's got it over the middle, Fedorowicz. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. Perez. He finds some open field here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. To throw is Brissett. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. We're set on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Here's Perez on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one, and this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Perez operating from the gun. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Miller, the man in motion. Now Perez to throw on second down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. To throw is Perez. From the gun on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Here we go now.
Perez now looking to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. On the carry, it's Logan. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go.
And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Perez. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They're going to try and run this with Miller. And some space here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 37 yards. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Time running out here on the play clock. Miller in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Yeah, 6 yards still to go here on set. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Looking to throw. Perez. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go to Johnson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to throw. Perez. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They'll run it here with Logan. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Perez. From the gun, he'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shane Ray in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And now look at him go. 30. Past the 20. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And his kick is right through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yet a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Perez throwing on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Kimdichie in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Here we go.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
No, Jack, Patriot! Green, 39! Watch it now,
Oh, look at this play call. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 20, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Braxton Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. There they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff. Johnson. And an alley to run. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now a handoff to the fullback, Janovich. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one.
Here we go.
Second down, Brissett. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. A second down throw for Brissett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final two plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Back to throw. And some room to roam now. They'll look to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Here we go now. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
This is Logan. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 10 yards still left on second down.
Now let's go. Blue line. All right, now look at 56.
They run again with Logan. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the Texans scoop it.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensing. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount.